Bonjour, Madame Doux Marot. Je vous remercie pour votre présence ici, mais vous faites votre présentation en anglais. So I switched to English. Madame Veronique Doux Marot, she's from IBM Europe, so she's working the business development of IBM for EMEA, for human-centric solution centers at IBM. So she has been a sales engineer at IBM and a speech recognition manager for France at IBM, and today she's in business development. So meaning she's almost for the past, I don't know, years, something like that, for a long time with IBM. All right? Okay. And so her topic is about a project in Bolzano and IBM did together with Evocare some time ago, and we are very curious about the results and what you can tell your audience. So please.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Entschuldigen Sie mir bitte, ich spreche kein Deutsch. Ein bisschen. So this project, the Bolzano Living Safe project, was all held in 2011, so 3 years ago. And it's still moving on the logic and the rationale about what to do with people who want to stay at home. So I want to make a long speech about the fact that the population is getting old. Of course, everybody knows that. In different countries, it is different in the way they are going to accept it and to behave with this new population, aging population. So we are, as IBM Europe, looking at all the different countries that are using different ways to try to find innovation, to find solutions. But what we have to understand first is that people who, all people want to stay at home. This is something that is everywhere, in every country that I met. People, they wanted to stay at home. So, what about the technology? What is the solution with the technology? Well, without technology, it's difficult to make it, but technology, of course, is not the only part of the item. And the win-win situation, win-win-win, is to be able to understand the old people, the seniors, and citizens' needs, what they need exactly. And you see that even in the same population, sometimes they don't need the same things, of course. They are maybe more reluctant to use a computer, or they are not reluctant. It really depends. There is no major solution that could cover it. Of course, the cost of providing care is the key, is comme disons en français, le nerf de la guerre. It's really about what is going to cost. This population is going to cost a lot, and actually in France, they are trying to move on new ideas, new innovation solution about how to handle this population going on. And of course, it's a new market for ICT companies like IBM. This is anyway something that you already know. So, setting the stage, why Bolzano? Bolzano is a city in the northeast of Italy. They speak both German and Italian. This city, the city hall was trying to get solutions from IBM about what they could innovate in terms of aging population and care. Because we talk a lot about medical, but this prototype, it's not a prototype, it's a POC, proof of concept, because it lasted 6 months, it's a long time. This POC was really about caring people. Caring meaning maybe they didn't have any medical issues, maybe they didn't have any needs, special needs, but they felt differently after that. So the city hall wanted to have to get in touch with the 20% of the population with old, with senior citizens. And this is really significant, because when you get to pane 1 and to have this growth of population, then of course goes to pane 2, which is the budget. And pane 3, to maintain the quality of service. What they want is just to stay at home, but with the same quality of services, right? And of course, to extend those services with extending costs, because actually, I mean, in France at least, they reduce the budget for the municipalities drastically. So how will they handle this? This is really an issue now. And you know, maybe you don't know, but in France we have the health is really made by the government, but for the whole country. So it's difficult to have any initiative, any innovative solution, very difficult. Even if you try to get in touch with the government for any solution, innovation, it's difficult to negotiate with the government. So it's always difficult. So what is the smarter care? Well, we decided that we would try the telecare to prevent or to delay the need for the deterioration, the problems that a person could have during his end of life. And also, we want to give solutions that are really cost effective, meaning we could, of course, aggregate all the cost of the person and share it, mutualize it. It's what we did in Bolzano. So we made it as an holistic approach, because we think there are many dimensions inside the human-centric solutions, meaning the human is really the basic of the solution. Of course, be aware. I mean, they have to be aware of the POC, and of course, we had to educate them. Claire did a lot for this side, and we also explained what we will explain later on to them. But they had to know that they will have sensors, captors inside the house. So what for? And what's why? What to do? What to put this? And train them, of course, a lot. And the technology behind, they didn't want to care, and I think they don't have to care, because what is really important is that the solution works, yes, no, and the results. That's all they need to know. And of course, running up maintenance and management and continuing caring. So, 6 months pilot. And the idea was really to allow all people to stay at home safely. They had gas for cooking, so they maybe forget to cut the gas. We had sensors for methane, CO, CO2 inside the house, and also water leaking inside the bathroom, so that the person could feel safe about the environment. So the target was 30 elderlies. Of course, they were alone. I say of course, but it's not that obvious. We chose, of course, people that were alone, because we think that if they are in couple, it's easier for them to be cared by the other one. So you see the gender, more women than men. It's logic. Average age was 77, and we had 14 users with an home PC and 16 with a smartphone, and all the homes were equipped with sensors. So here you see, this is not our it's an EcoCare part. Well, I have to say. And this is the IBM solution. Okay, well, just to be quick, on the left hand you've got all the sensors that we put inside the house. Mainly what I told you already is gas, CO2, and humidity. And then you had in the center of the gateway, meaning we had to send the data from the sensors to a hub, which communicated with the server, with the IBM server, which was on the right side. Okay, so what we could show very quickly was this dashboard. IBM web dashboard, very easy. You can see here all the houses, and here is the values of CO, temperature, smoke, CO2, humidity, and methane. And of course, it was not only a dashboard showing you the values of the data, but also they had an alert to send to either the relatives, sister, brother, children of course, and also or the center care, who could get then call them that there is something wrong inside the kitchen or there is a leaking inside the bathroom, etc. So the outcome during the 6 months was 541 alerts, which there was no danger alert. We had some chance. And the false positive was 413, meaning false positive, it's normal that this value was high, and we explain why, but there was no danger for the health. This one is very important because it shows the CO2 data. And this graphic shows exactly at what time the person had breakfast, then lunch, and then it's true, and then dinner. Meaning that without knowing what she was doing, of course, we don't know. She made pasta, of course. But otherwise, it was easy to see at least that there was an activity during the day. Well, maybe she didn't get out, maybe she didn't have any conversation, but at least she made some cooking. Meaning, yes or no, that she eats, right? So that was quite significant. And we didn't know about that before starting the part. We had no idea about this result. What is the qualitative feedback is that the OPC helped them in improving their cognitive and motor feelings. They said it was great. They really enjoyed having this exercise. They said all it was great. And well, the smartphone, it was more difficult to use, but they said it's okay also. Now, during the 6 months, we didn't have any danger, any people who was really in danger. But just after, 10 or 15 days after we get rid of the sensors, there was a person who collapsed, and they found her 30 hours after. And so they had the police, the ambulance, the hospital in emergency, etc. All the tests you can have when you fail if you are a senior. And then we had a mean to understand what is the ROI, the return on investment, right? And here it is. If you add all the costs that the police, the ambulance, the hospital is going to spend to save this person, well, it would have been very easy to have maybe a movement detector inside the house. And we could have known that this person is not in the vertical way, but in the horizontal way. So that could have been saved, and we know that with this solution, we can, the CTO can save 30% of the cost. Thank you.
So, any questions from the audience? So that in the end, so you had a project here. There was two parts, right? So one part was the detection part, like the sensors and so on, and the other side was a kind of training part, right? So
yes.
Cognition training or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you comment on this?
Yes. As I know, I mean, the IBM part was on the sensors, and Eurocare was on the medical part, on the cognitive part, on the medical side, and we the results were great for most of them. The people, I mean, the seniors told us that they felt very safely because of the sensors, and they said, well, it's nice to get all the cognitive and the questions, and they liked the exercise. In fact, they did. So
they actually what they did is they did some cognition training with the Ugolinos.
Yes.
And concentration training and stuff like this. And the only thing, and there was a measurable improvement in all the things. And it shows on the other hand side, if you look upon the average age of these people, I mean 77 years old, so they have all been able to work with this. So, which is another essence, or another conclusion what you can make from here, that if you, of course, train them, help them to get familiar with it, it's possible for them to communicate via this technology, right?
It's only about communication.
Yeah. Yeah.
One quick, who financed this all? I mean, of course, IBM probably was the biggest player in there, but would you have data available for other regions? I'll give you a concrete example. I worked in Berlin,
yes,
capital of Germany. We have the same problem with the government,
yes.
so we don't even go there.
Okay. You're right. We don't have to spend your time.
I'd be approached by developers, housing developers.
Yes.
What would be the future home in 20 years? And we would need available data. How much does it cost to implement sensors, do all that?
Okay.
You know, like a package, which IBM did 30 years ago with a computer.
Okay. I won't answer on the sensor side because IBM doesn't make sensor yet. So no, we will never do. But so this is a big part of the cost of the budget, right? The sensors. At the moment, to have a multi-function sensor, it's about, let's say, 2,000 euro a home to equip a home, like a kitchen and bathroom, because we need the sensor to send data, and well, it's cost. It's a cost. And then, well, if you the numerous homes you have, the less is expensive, of course, because IBM has got many big computers to modularize many regions. We could do that on the cloud, of course, and the analytics also is something else, but it's not that costly. The cost is, of course, with the installation of the sensors, the education of the people. Even if there are passive sensors, you have to educate the people that you have this sensor here and there, etc., etc. So it's human resources, always the same.
Okay.
We are right now in France making an RFP, answering an RFP of a region. I can't tell you because it's confidential which region, but we are at the moment making it after Lausanne.
Vielleicht kann ich auf Deutsch eine Antwort geben. Bezahlt hat das die Stadt Bozen. Warum? Und die Stadt Hause zuständig ist für die geriatrische Versorgung als auch die Pflege. Das heißt, der Kostenträger ist die Stadt und hatte insofern ein monetäres Interesse, Pflege zu vermeiden.
Okay.
Das war auch das war auch der Grund, warum man es gestartet hat. Und der ökonomische Fokus lag letztlich auf der Vermeidung von zukünftigen Behandlungskosten. Und das hat wirklich hervorragend funktioniert. Übrigens auch nicht nur durch die Anwendung, also wieder so ein Beispiel, es wurde exakt so gemacht, wie heute die Deutsche Rentenversicherung hier in Bayern arbeitet. Nur zum Zwecke der Prävention älterer Menschen mit kognitiven Trainings. Ansonsten war das genau wie heute erklärt. Und die Omis haben das wirklich hervorragend angenommen. Aber nur dann, wenn man das vorher in einem Kaffeekränzchen vermittelt hat. Ja, das war wirklich, also dieses behutsame Heranführen und Ängste nehmen war ein wesentlicher Bestandteil.
Ja.
And also my experience is we went also to the States, and there was a part up New York, North New York, where people with low income are costing a fortune to the health because they go all the time to emergency, they can't afford any social security or whatever, right? So this also could palliate to this cost.